Welcome to Texas EC through 6 course subjects, practice questions. Today in this video, we'll just be going over ELA. When you get a chance, if you could visit firstyeartexasteachers.com, we have all the questions from the exam on there for you to actually purchase. So get a chance and check that out. Let's go over our first question for ELA. A first grade teacher uses phonetically regular words to teach students single consonants before consonant combinations, short vowels before long vowels, and single syllable words before words with two or more syllables. Which of the following best describes the skill the teacher wants a student to learn? So, obviously, you'll be on a time limit when you actually take this exam. The biggest thing is we want to look at keywords here. So the question, let's break down the question. Which of the following best describes the skill the teacher wants students to learn? So we're looking for a skill. Dividing words into manageable units in order to read them. I'm going to kind of lean towards this just right off the bat, but let's break down the rest. Decoding words that include graphemes with various pronunciations. So Pearson will definitely throw some vocabulary words in there to kind of throw you off, to make it sound well. Using onset and rhyme strategies to study word families, and then analyzing words in a simple to complex progression. So, a skill. That's the biggest thing when we're looking at the question. We're looking at a skill. So, out of these, I think a pretty big skill. And if you go back to the question, single consonants before consonant combinations. So, obviously, with any combo, you definitely want to break it down. I think that would be some sort of skill. So this one, A is still really standing out to me. B, I have a feeling, and not all answers will be like this, but they're throwing graphemes, and I'm assuming you break it into a graph. Obviously, cutting that word with various pronunciations. This sounds too complex. You want a skill exactly. Using onset and rhyme strategies to study word families. With rhyming and all that, I think you can't apply it overall to all of the consonants and consonant combinations, but to give myself a 50-50, I'm going to knock this one out, maybe have this one here, and then analyzing words in a simple to complex progression. That's not really specific, so I'm going to cross that out. So it's between A and C for me, so I'm giving myself a 50% possibility of getting this right. And like I said, in the normal exam, you're going to be under a time limit. So you're going to have that pressure of answering this in a certain amount of time. So by simply knocking out two, giving yourself 50-50 instead of a 25% chance of getting it right. And honestly, I would go to A, dividing words into manageable units. I believe that's a skill. Divide and conquer. To me, that answer stands out for that question. Second question. A teacher wants to emphasize multiculturalism through teaching literature. To achieve the goal, the teacher must select literature that presents generalized cultural information. General stuff, very vague, that this doesn't really stand out to me. I'm going to cross this off for now. Portrays multicultural characters performing extraordinary feats. Yeah, it's kind of with this extraordinary. It's limiting itself, which could be good or bad. Let's go back to the question. The teacher wants to emphasize multiculturalism through teaching literature. So we're trying to make it multicultural, so emphasize different cultures through literature. So if we break down the question, I gotta kind of cross that off for now. Exemplifies the traditions for the cultural groups represented. I think this would be good because we're talking about younger ages here. So this one, I'm not going to cross this one off. Compares various multicultural groups to each other. Comparing is usually not a good social norm, and so a teacher should probably stay away from that. So, in all honesty, if I had to do a quick breakdown, I'm under time pressure, crossing this out, and this out, and I'm going with C. So just using that process of elimination, like I said, this is too general. How you supposed to talk about all cultures and really make it emphasizing multicultural. So that really crosses out. Portrays multicultural characters performing extraordinary feats. Is it really emphasizing multiculturalism, or are we just trying to hype up certain cultures? So that's why B doesn't really stand out. Exemplifies their traditions for the cultural groups represented. Uh, you know, uh, Emphasize, exemplify, tradition. This sounds politically safe, and this one comparing groups to each other in all forms, it kind of sounds racist. So definitely going with C, and that's the one that I would definitely go with. Like I said, visit us at first year Texas teachers. These questions are almost spot on to the actual exam themselves, and we have plenty of questions available. So please visit us at Texas first year's TexasTeachers.com.